Well, we are getting breaking news now that the Prime Minister has survived that vote of confidence. He's survived it with 211 of his MPs voting in favour, 148 voting against. And that means that he survives, if we do the maths here quickly, with a 63 vote majority. So for more on this story now, let's turn straight to our reporter, Tig Enright, who is in London. Tig, good to see you, tracking that story very closely. Breaking news, but what is the latest that you're hearing in light of that news?
You know, Helena, I think this result will not put a smile on Boris Johnson's face. Yes, it is a win on paper and he only needs a simple majority to continue doing his job right now, but it is far from a decisive victory for him. Keep in mind, 148 of his own MPs have said that he is not fit to continue governing the country. And there will be inevitable comparisons drawn here between him and his performance in this vote versus his predecessor, Theresa May, who also faced a confidence vote before her resignation. She won hers as well, with the backing of 63% of her MPs at the time, but so undermined was her authority that she was gone within a year. This vote, these numbers, are worse for Boris Johnson. And the key difference that he'll be waking up to on Tuesday morning as opposed to Sunday morning and during the height of all the Queen's Jubilee celebrations is that more of his critics have come out of the shadows and declared where they stand on his leadership. People like Jesse Norman, who we heard the former Downing Street spin doctor Alistair Campbell talking about earlier today, a one-time ally of Boris Johnson, but who wrote a withering open letter as details of this vote were announced on Monday morning, accusing Boris Johnson of not having a plan and sowing division. And now that people of him have revealed their hand, well, then they've got nothing left to lose when it comes to continuing to oppose Boris Johnson from here on in.
That's exactly the point, isn't it, Tig? 148 people have now said that they actually no longer have, or they no longer had, confidence in the British Prime Minister. So in light of that, where does that leave the Conservative Party tonight, tomorrow morning?
I would say utterly divided. Boris Johnson, before this vote, talked about it being a golden opportunity, as he put it, to move on from the scandal about the parties in Downing Street. Quite simply, it's not. One of his opponents talked about the threat of guerrilla warfare within the party. Considering that he has won this vote, what it buys him under the rules of the Conservative Party is immunity from further votes for at least another year. But Theresa May also thought that she had that immunity, and within 7 months she was gone. Boris Johnson was warned by the head of that committee of rank-and-file MPs which organised this vote that these rules can be rewritten, and certainly that will be echoing in the mind of Boris Johnson for the next few weeks, not least because there are many more hurdles just around the corner. An electoral test in 2 weeks' time. There will be 2 by-elections held here in constituencies which had been held by Conservative MPs, and all the opinion polls suggest that the Conservatives are going to lose those seats this time around. What does that say about Boris Johnson's reputation, or his former reputation, as an election winner? And if he thought this was an opportunity to move on from the party scandal, well, it's not again, because behind me here in Parliament there remains an inquiry going on into whether or not Boris Johnson lied to Parliament when he said he didn't know about those parties. Given all the evidence that we've seen at this stage, we now know that that statement is simply unbelievable in the minds of the general public. So all signs pointing to the negative for Boris Johnson, even though he has won this vote. Helena?
So challenges ahead and a party divided. Tig Enright, as ever, reporting from London tonight. Tig, thank you.